According to a report from CBS News, 60 of America's biggest companies paid zero in federal income tax in 2018. Hello, my name is Arthur M. Jones. Sterling to all of my family who know me, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with my energy, you will become familiar with me in very short order. My why? I do what I do because I, like most of you, was not born with a rich relative who had secured the organizational structure and financial future for my family. And if you don't have a rich uncle, you have to become a rich uncle. Why should you listen to anything that I have to say? I have for more than 23 years been an active founding partner, chief executive officer, chief operating officer, corporate advisor, corporate liaison, economic coach, and executive production manager for multiple private equity corporations in Europe, Asia, and in America. My perspective is that of the raw dynamic of business applied. There will be harsh realizations and maybe some harsh language reflective of how economics is applied to the 90%. You may suffer cognitive dissonance. Please consider this as your warning. You heard it right, and you better believe it. They're not lying with respect to the validity of a company's ability to evade the huge set of taxes due, and rightfully so. Corporations are allowed to write off the expenses that it takes to create, open, maintain, and expand that corporation. Consider the personal investment of the founders who have placed significant amounts of IP, time, sweat equity, monetary considerations, and emotional commitment to the creation of that corporation. All of the regulations that they have to abide by, the effective marketing of those corporations or that corporation and their products, the management for the employees, property acquisitions, and all of the other minute, small things that a corporation must be responsible for. Yeah, there's some fault in the system and when it's applied to segments of the society. However, those disparities, those faults are based on the general lack of knowledge of the people who don't own, the non-owner. You see, it's a trade-off for those who are willing to do the work. They're the ones who are allowed to reap the benefits for the investment. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You see, the tax code for the United States said that if it's ordinary and necessary, then it qualifies as a tax write-off. These write-offs combined with tax credits are based on the corporation's adherence to federal regulations and that corporation's contributions to the economy. You see, most people in our society are employed through private equity corporations, and those jobs and positions are regulated by federal government with respect to compensation, time off, vacations, leave, insurances, and a whole host of other things that are mandated by law. So in the event that a corporation, no matter how much that corporation is worth, say it's $1 million corporation on paper, they may only turn a profit of 20%. And that's 20% over the cost of doing business. So if they're $1 million corporation, $200,000 is what they have as profit. And that is what's taxable. The taxable amount is placed on the $200,000 or the profit. So even if they tax that $200,000 at 33%, the company's only responsible for a tax liability of $66,000. Now, once you start to apply the tax credits and the deductions, it's easy, like for charitable donation, employee tax credits, et cetera, down the long line. It's easy to see how you can reduce that tax debt by half, hell, even zero. As a matter of fact, I can reduce it by at least a quarter during the course of this conversation. All right, theoretically, let's give a corporation 7% against that $66,000 tax liability. Let's give them 7% or $4,620 for insurance requirements. That's going to reduce the debt. Then give them another 10% or $6,600 for charitable donations. And then give them another 7% or $4,620 for hiring convicted felons. And then another 5% or $3,300 for employee investment matching, and then another 8% or $5,280 for furthering education benefits. And you see, it become real easy to see how that $66,000 worth of tax liability, I've already taken off $24,420 in just write-offs that fast. So after just those deductions and those credits that I used, the tax debt is at $41,580. Now keep in mind, this isn't all of the tax shelters or all of the tax write-offs available to a corporation. So why would the government allow stuff like this to happen? Because simply put, the government is a silent partner to every corporation that is formed. So in effect, the government has the responsibility to ensure that business has the environment to be profitable. I hope that you learned something today or reaffirmed something that you already knew. If you would like to learn more or need some further clarification, please feel free to contact us at www.theNJonesAgency.com with any questions pertaining to our topics. Like us and follow us on Facebook at The N. Jones Agency, Inc. Follow us on IG at The N. Jones Agency. Don't forget to click the notification bell for alerts when new videos are posted. And as always, I hope that you have increased your economic knowledge with us today. I'm Arthur Jones with The N. Jones Agency Incorporated.